يفقه قولي. السلام عليكم, my beloved ones, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Uh, Rules of Tawaf are so many. So in order for us to like the questions and answers, so what we are going to do, we are going to finish the rules of Tawaf. Excuse me. We're going to finish the rules of Tawaf, and after that, we'll start taking the questions and answers about the Tawaf from the annex or appendix all together regarding Tawaf. So for us, we will know that what are the repetitions available there in the questions. We don't need to, because sometimes the questions are answered already in our theme or the text of the Manasik al-Hajj. So when we just bring it from there, and it becomes unnecessary repetition. So that is why we will leave those questions and answer. We'll try to choose whatever from important are there from the questions and answers regarding Tawaf, and then we'll make it a separate session, and then we will add those sessions to wherever the relevant areas of Tawaf are. For example, we have conditions of Tawaf, we have obligations of Tawaf. We have three main areas. Conditions, conditions we are done. Now we are going to take obligations. Then we are going to take Ahkam al-Tawaf. Ahkam al-Tawaf is troubleshooting. So we are going to take troubleshooting main areas of Tawaf, and when you come to the available in the rulings of troubleshoot, difficult to filter those there. So the management of this manasik, they just kept it there as they are. And as we said in the rules of prohibitions of ihram, we saw some of the questions were repeated inside the questions and answers, and some of the questions and answers were clearly available in the text of the manasik, so they were not even needed to be explained in the during the Q&A session, because they were already explained in manasik. So we're trying our best to filter all those excuse me, filter all those questions, and we appreciate our students and dedicated ones there, especially Sheikh Abu Hassan, that he's helping us in trying to filter those things out. So inshallah, once we are done, then we are going to take the question and answer, instead of taking the questions and answers of the conditions first, and then after that we come to the theme of the obligations, and then we take the questions and answer, and then we take, so that's going to create a chaotic situation for everybody, even for you. Okay, why we are repeating this? Because we already got understood from the theme. So why are they in questions answered? These questions answered, they are people, when they ask the office of Ayatollah Sistani Damadullah, they answer them. So many people, they are not aware about the answer being available in that text. So that's why many times when our shuyukhs and mu'mineen, they go there and ask Sayyid Muhammad Rida Sistani Damadullah about questions, he tells them that it's available in the Manasik al-Hajj. It's available in the it's related to other ahkam. It's available in Minhaj al-Salihin. So review Minhaj al-Salihin. So they want us to try to use the books of which are available. Why are those, especially for the shuyukhs, and if those who are not shuyukhs, they can refer to the proper shuyukhs who are aware about the ahkam, and those shuyukhs who are proper shuyukhs and are not aware, they can then refer to the office of Sayyidi Sistani, so the load becomes reduced. So without any delay, we start our we continue our ahkam. I mean, we had reached the obligations of Tawaf. What are the obligations? So what is the difference between obligation and obligations and the conditions? Uh, Same as in Salat. What is the difference between the conditions of Salat and obligations? Conditions are things which we need to make sure that they are available before entering the action. Obligations are those things which makes the action correct, how to do the action correct. So this is where we see the difference. So even in Salat, conditions of Salat, Qibla. You will look for Qibla not while you are in the Salat. No, it's a prerequisite. It's before you enter the Salat, you need to make sure that the Qibla is achieved. You need to make sure that the, uh, excuse me, you need to make sure that Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Um, excuse me. So you need to make sure that purification. Are you going to do the purification in the Salat? No, it's before the Salat. The same thing, purification needs to be before the Tawaf. So all the conditions we mentioned about the Tawaf, yes, they were some masail, they were interlinked with the obligations of Tawaf. But we discussed conditions of Salat and we said that why are these things available here? Because conditions of the Salat, they need to be before. And after that, we had this, and even the Salat. Obligations of Salat, for example, recitation of Takbir al-Ihram, recitation of Surah, Ruku', Sujood, the structure of the Salat itself, how to perform the Salat in a correct structure. So those are the obligations. We need to consider them in the Salat in order in order for the structure of the Salat to be correct. So that is obligations of Salat. Similarly, obligations of Tawaf. What we are going to mention now, they are how to do the Tawaf properly, not what to do before entering the Tawaf. What to do before starting the Tawaf, we did it. Now we are going to discuss what to do and in order for the Tawaf to be correct. What are the obligations? What is the structure which makes the obligatory structure which makes the Tawaf correct, sahih? So let's see, wajibat al-tawaf, they count it to 8 wajibat, scholars. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala elevate their status. Number 1 and 2. الابتداء من الحجر الأسود والانتهاء به في كل شوط. To start from the Hajar al-Aswad and to end with the Hajar al-Aswad. Okay, so why like 1 and 2? So 1 is to start from Hajar al-Aswad. You see this corner, we considered this Hajar al-Aswad, okay, this corner of the screen. And then this was where the Hajar Ismail starts, and this was where the Hajar Ismail ends. And then we came all the way back to the Hajar al-Aswad. So your start should be from Hajar al-Aswad, and the last round should end Hajar al-Aswad. But we said, just don't leave. You came to Hajar al-Aswad, and then khalas, I'm done with the tawaf, leave the background. No, continue a little bit just to satisfied that you have included the Hajar al-Aswad in your tawaf, and you did not leave it on the edge in a way that there may be a possibility that the Hajar al-Aswad was left like 1 inch or like 1 foot or something like that. So make sure that you have included the Hajar al-Aswad. Okay, that is number 1. Number 2, finishing Hajar al-Aswad. When you starting from Hajar al-Aswad, when you come, don't just come stand here and I am performing tawaf and you're blocking the traffic. People will be pushing you from behind. Move. Because most of the people, they just stop their Hajj al-Aswad. Baba, you're blocking the traffic. And not just that, there are some crazy people. They just beat people just to go to Hajj al-Aswad. So that area is a very complicated area, which is in the line of Hajj al-Aswad. First of all, people, they stop there to make intention. People, they stop there to do the takbir and dua. People, then those who are coming out from the wrestling, to kiss the Hajj al-Aswad, beating the hell out of so many people and this and that, and oh my goodness. And there's some crazy women they're going inside. Baba, you're a woman. They touch you. They squeeze parts of your body by going inside. And there needs to be a bit of bashfulness. Okay. The system is not organized. That's one problem. But how? I mean, they need to make some kind of passage for people to come in queues, kiss Hajj al-Aswad and leave. One from ladies, one from gents. There should be, I mean, things can be managed. Maybe one day, inshallah, they're trying to manage, but they're very slow. Okay, they manage the tawaf. So it's a very slow process, but still now they don't have any idea how to manage. But it's easy, like this Hajj al-Aswad, let a queue be here, and there'll be a grill. Nobody can pass the grill. Nobody can pass the fence. And in a way, just one person can pass. And from this side, ladies. So let five men come and just let them kiss and leave, and then stop the queue here. Then it can be done. It's not impossible. But sometimes to figure out these things requires a historical time. And we pray that this matter is solved, inshallah. Otherwise, it's chaos. And it's chaos beside Hajj al-Aswad. And just there are people, they are so much obsessed that to kiss the Hajj al-Aswad, they're pleasing the shaitan and not pleasing Allah. And that bichara madlum, the guy who's skinny and thin, and he's going to come out like a squeezed minced meat or something like that. Yani. The many people, when they come out, their ihram is dropped, whoops, lazy, okay? And many people, they come out, they're bleeding. Many people, they come out, they're beaten the hell out of each other and like move like, and they want to go in. And that is not Islam. That is not Islam. I mean, we say we give benefit of doubt. These people are ignorant, unaware, who are doing these kind of things. But things have limits. Our unawareness to beat the people. Come on. I mean, just say it. Hajj al-Aswad, Allah knows intention. Hajj al-Aswad, it's mentioned that it's Yameenullah fi ardi, yani Allah's hand, symbolic hand, like the way Allah's house is symbolic house. That Hajj al-Aswad symbol. So whoever wants to shake hands with Allah, touch the Hajj al-Aswad. But don't beat other guests of Allah for just shaking the hands of Allah. So pleasing Allah, you're displeasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that needs to be taken into consideration seriously. Khalas, if you're going to please shaitan by hurting other people just to go to Hajj al-Aswad, then just stay away from far away. Just salute and just send Hajj al-Aswad a flying kiss. You see, can't you do that? You do to your wife or to your beloved ones, to your friends, and to your clicks and nicks, and so just okay, send or to your children. You see, send Hajj al-Aswad a flying kiss. But khalas, done. Allah knows that. Innamal a'malu binniyat. Anyhow, if you are not able, yes, if you are able to, khalas, go and shake Allah's hand. But to do that kind of thing, come on. I mean, that's too much. Okay. So to start from Hajj al-Aswad to end with Hajj al-Aswad every round. So every round, so it starts with Hajj al-Aswad. So whenever you come close to that Hajj al-Aswad, in your heart, I'm starting second round. In your heart, I'm starting third round. It's all in your mind that whenever I'll come to the Hajj al-Aswad, so it's like holy month of Ramadan, making a bulk intention. You don't have to come there and I am starting now the second round. I am starting like the holy month of Ramadan. You make a bulk intention. I'm going to fast this month of holy month of Ramadan this year. Finish. From now you can make intention. Inshallah, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keeps us alive until then. So let's see. الابتداء من الحجر الأسود والانتهاء به في كل شوط. To start the round from the Hajj al-Aswad, to end the round until to Hajj al-Aswad, from Hajj al-Aswad to Hajj al-Aswad, in every round. Okay. والظاهر حصول ذلك. Hajj al-Aswad is black stone. So in case if you guys want to translate, you can translate from black stone. And in the bracket, you can say you can write in that italicized حجر الأسود. والظاهر حصول ذلك بالشروع من أي جزء منه والختم به بذلك الجزء. وإن كان الأحوط استحبابا أن يمر بجميع بدنه على جميع الحجر في البدء والختام. يعني sometimes you may find someone who is a micro tech or like nanotechnology guy or something like that, wants to inches and bits and pieces. So he comes beside, and then hypothetically the Kaaba was empty. So he comes just beside the Hajj al-Aswad on the front side of the Hajj al-Aswad and starts the Tawaf from there. So he says that من أي جزء, you can start from the beginning of Hajj as if Hajj al-Aswad is like 1 meter. No, Hajj al-Aswad by itself is like of 1 foot, barely 1 foot. Okay, forget about the frame, the silver frame. We're talking about the black portion. It's like just the fits your face, enough to fit your face. Unless if your face was like small, then there will be a gap. Or if your face was big, then it will cover the silver. But anyhow, an average face size. So how will you just like start like from the beginning edge of the Hajj al-Aswad and end beginning? You don't have to go to the next edge of Hajj al-Aswad. I mean, this is a hypothetical thing to understand the concept of beginning and end. So when let's say we have Hajj al-Aswad, okay, you start from this end, and you started from this edge. خلاص, you don't have to come here to end. بأي جزء منه. You started from the middle. You've completed in the middle. You started from here. You completed here. So wherever you start, you need to finish there. You started here, you need to finish. So if you finished here, fine. If you finished here, fine. But what if you started from this portion of Hajj al-Aswad and you end here? So they say, no, you started here, finish here. You started here, finish. That means complete your round. Don't leave that micro millimeter or something like that, whatever nano millimeter, nanotechnology, whatever kind of particles. Anyhow, so والظاهر apparently حصول ذلك بالشروع من أي جزء منه this circumambulation, Tawaf, is achieved, accomplished. How? By starting from any part of it, Hajj al-Aswad. وَالْخَتْمُ بِذَلِكَ الْجُزْء, and finishing to the exact same. Like remember, you started here, you finished here, this portion of Hajj al-Aswad. وَإِنْ كَانَ الْأَحْوَطِ اسْتِحْبَابًا, even though it is recommended precaution to complete the whole thing, okay? أن يمر بجميع بدنه على الحجر الأسود. All his body moves on all the Hajj al-Aswad. So he finished here, he comes all the way till here, okay? From the starting until the end. So what does that mean? You start from here, you started from here, you finish here. So what will that mean? That means all your body will go through entire Hajj al-Aswad from the beginning, and at the end, all your body will end. While ending, it will complete this. It will go through the Hajj al-Aswad. It will pass over the Hajj al-Aswad. So passing over the Hajj al-Aswad. So yeah, that's a good one. So you started with here. So you passed over the Hajj al-Aswad. And now you're going to finish. This is your last round. So you ended here. You can pass over and end here. Mostly we said that just take extra few steps and leave. Don't leave just on the edge like khalas, finished, leave. No, just go a little bit front and then leave it. As a precaution and also as a part of the tawaf. Because your tawaf ends like fasting in the holy month of Ramadan. Your fast ends with the sunset, but wait a few minutes, you see, after the eastern redness has disappeared, wait a few seconds, like one more, even in imsak. So these are like muqaddimah ilmiya, they call it, like a intellectual prerequisite in order to make sure that you have covered and not left any inch or any centimeter or any meter, second or any minute or any of those. Okay. So Sayyidina, what is the precautionary measure? Now you know, Sayyidina, that it's not empty. And you know, Sayyidina, unless if it was day of Arafat, after like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, it's almost empty. Because people, after they leave for Arafat, like between 10 to 11, barely, I mean, and when the people of Makkah, when they come for their prayer of Dhuhrain, then it's like 12:30 time of Salat al-Dhuhrain. Or even after Salat al-Dhuhrain, people are in Arafat, the Hujjaj, so barely there are people there doing the Tawaf. So then maybe a person can do Hajj al-Aswad. I know that Mu'mineen, they go Arafat very late and they arrive there because they walk. So it's 25 kilometers. Takes 4 5 hours. So the day of Arafat, oh, it's hot and the sun is the scorching sun and all those kind of things. And then and umbrella, you know, like how we have issue of umbrella. So they walk. They arrive at noon by walking. It's like 20 kilometers, like it's mashi. So if 5 kilometers per hour for 4 hours, you can do easily 20 kilometers. Then you are in Arafat. So they they are there like 9 o'clock or like 8 o'clock. They are able to do tawaf in peaceful mind because majority of the Muslims, they leave on 8th Dhul Hajj at night. Many of the followers of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam, they leave in the morning, 9, early Fajr time. And many they leave at night also with others, other school of thoughts. The bottom line is that to apply this rule, when can it be applied? In these circumstances where the Hujjaj are supposed to be in Arafat, not in Makkah, and the people of Makkah, they come, they pray and leave. So there's a gap. There's a gap on the day of Arafat until the sunset inside the haram. In a way, you may be able to do like this if you're from people of Makkah, okay, and staying there, and you did not come for Hajj and you came for Umrah for the business purpose and whatever, or you are one of those who are bringing food for the Hujjaj and coming to Makkah, going back there, and you sneak peek Pink Panther style. Oh, okay, I still have time to go back to Arafat. Let me just go to the Haram and just do the Tawaf and kiss the Hajar al-Aswad. So those are the opportunities, you know, you may have if you are in such time and such place in Makkah al-Mukarramah and Masjid al-Haram as well. So therefore, okay, Sayyidina, this is like we understood from this that you start from here, you end here. You start from here, you end here. So if you start from here, that means you missed here, okay? But in ending, you covered here. If you start from here and you end here, that means you missed this one. So he says cover the whole thing. Like when you start from here, when you end here. So you have been both beginning and the end, you have covered the whole Hajj al-Aswad. So what is the precautionary measure, Sayyidina? Okay. It is sufficient, like that muqaddimah. Remember, starting a bit like 1 foot, 2 foot steps, 1, 2, 3 steps before Hajj al-Aswad finishing. So he said it is sufficient to achieve the precautionary measures or to observe the precautionary measures. أن يقف في الشوط الأول دون الحجر بقليل. So you stand before the Hajar a little bit. Little bit means like about like less than 1 meter, okay? And normally, Mu'mineen, while they enter, they do the niyat from the midline of Hajj al-Aswad, and they make intention that once I will come beside Hajj al-Aswad, my first round will start. دون الحجر بقليل وينوي الطواف من الموضع الذي تحقق فيه المحاذاة المعتبرة واقعا. So you stood, let's say this is our Hajj al-Aswad. You stood here, okay? And you made the niyat. And you said that when I will reach Hajj al-Aswad, that will be my first round. Okay. In that case, you have this embedded intention that Hajj al-Aswad starts from Tawaf, the circumambulation starts with the Hajj al-Aswad. So you have it in your mind. So that is the intention. As we said, vocalizing it is recommended. So ويكفي في تحقق الاحتياط. It is sufficient to observe the precautionary measures, to observe the precautionary measures of precaution. أن يقف في الشوط الأول, that from the first round he stands where a bit before Hajj al-Aswad. You cannot stand a bit before. I mean, the traffic is moving. So like all the way you go beside where you are able to stop and make your intention, and then make intention that once I pass through the Hajj al-Aswad, that is going to be my first round. دون الحجر بقليل, a little bit before the حجر. وينوي الطواف من الموضع الذي تتحقق فيه المحاذاة المعتبرة واقعا. And then the tawaf, he mentions in his niyat that the tawaf will start from exactly that position, which is opposite to the Hajj al-Aswad in reality. So that can be achieved. So this is Hajj al-Aswad, okay? And then you are here anywhere from this Hajj al-Aswad to all the way to the Masjid al-Haram structure. So all this is the line of Hajj, and you can see there's a green light in that corner. You'll always see that green light means Hajj al-Aswad. You're passing through Hajj al-Aswad. So that green light is exactly opposite of Hajj al-Aswad. They've kept it there for your tawaf to start once you see the green light, because you can't see Hajj al-Aswad most of the time. See the crowd. But you can see the green light. So you know that now you are passing the Hajj al-Aswad. Now your tawaf is starting. And then he makes that the intention that the tawaf is going to start exactly where and these are precautionary measures, you see. Once you have made your intention that is going to be from Hajj al-Aswad, that's going to be from Hajj al-Aswad. من الموضع المعتبر واقعا, the parallel point to the Hajj, wherever you are in the parallel point to the Hajj al-Aswad, okay, that is your starting point. It's not Hajj al-Aswad exactly, it's wherever you are in a parallel line to the Hajj. So from Hajj al-Aswad to the green light, before they used to have line on the ground, just this band. But then everybody will come and they will stop. The traffic will stop, and they will make sure that they're like, they will be looking down that am I standing on the Hajj al-Aswad or not, so that I can stop properly, and then I can bother the old people, the people behind me coming, and stop the traffic and halt the. Excuse me. So they removed the line. They just removed the line because it was causing chaos. And no, it's not just one. The groups, they stand there. And the group is coming like this. They will diffuse until everybody stands on that line. The whole idea of standing on that line was causing chaos. And alhamdulillah, they removed that line, you see. So So therefore, وينوي الطواف من الموضع المحقق ثم يستمر في الدوران. Then once he starts from that green light, he continues the circumambulation 7 rounds. وليتجاوز الحجر الأسود في نهاية الشوط الأخير قليلا. So when you come to the Hajar al-Aswad, pass it little bit. So he started a bit before, you pass it a bit before, a bit after. قليلا قاصدا ختم الطواف في موضع تحقق المحاذاة المعتبرة بالواقع. So your intention is that no, my tawaf ended on the parallel line of Hajj al-Aswad and that green light, which shows that this area is all Hajj al-Aswad. That is your ending. You can't do extra tawaf. Okay? Like in Salat, you finished, Assalamu alaikum ayyuhan nabi wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You can't do extra sujood as a part of salat. That will affect your salat. No. You can't add anything after the salam. So once Hajj al-Aswad is finished, you can't add anything extra with the intention of tawaf. No, that is a precautionary measure that your tawaf ended exactly on the parallel line opposing the Hajj al-Aswad, or a parallel point opposing to the Hajj al-Aswad. قاصدا ختم الطواف في موضع تحقق المحاذاة المعتبرة في الواقع أيضا. So that once you pass the line of Hajj al-Aswad, this is not tawaf. This is to secure that I finished my tawaf on that line. Okay, the parallel line of Hajj al-Aswad. قاصدا ختم الطواف. Your intention was my tawaf ended where? In the place which is opposing, parallel to the Hajj al-Aswad. In reality, also the same thing, when you made the intention that my tawaf will start from there. This is not my tawaf. When you began from here, this is not your tawaf. Your tawaf, you made the intention, is going to start here. The same thing, when you're passing, your intention is the tawaf ends here. So these are certain precautionary measures, okay? تحقق المحاذاة المعتبرة في الواقع أيضا. وبذلك, by doing that, يعلم, he realizes, knows, بتحقق الابتداء والاختتام بالحجر الواجبين عليه واقعا. So by doing that extra beginning and extra end, he makes sure he gains the knowledge. No, yaqinan, certainly I started from Hajj al-Aswad and I ended from Hajj al-Aswad, because you took a bit extra walk to include the parallel point of Hajj al-Aswad in reality. So there's no doubt, there's no assumption. No, I think I covered. I think I ended. No, Baba. Once you cover a little bit extra, you have done your homework. Okay. Al-wajibain waqi'an. It says both which are obligatory in reality. Both means starting from Hajj al-Aswad, finishing from Hajj al-Aswad, both which are obligatory in reality. To start from the Hajj al-Aswad to sell. Okay, Sayyidina. Thank you so much for that clarity. Sayyidina, what is the next wajib? Okay, no problem. The third wajib is جعل الكعبة على يساره. To keep the Kaaba on your left shoulder. Okay? To keep the Kaaba on your left shoulder. في جميع أحوال الطواف. In all the time of the tawaf. So to keep the Kaaba on the right, parallel to the right shoulder, okay, and in the entire tawaf area, time. فإذا استقبل الطائف, in the entire state of tawaf. No looking at the Kaaba, no giving the back to the Kaaba, no. فإذا استقبل الطائف لتقبيل الأركان أو غيره. If a person who's doing the tawaf, circumambulation, comes to kiss, because it's mustahab to kiss the corners of the Kaaba, but we said don't do this mustahab. The crowd will mess up your tawaf. If there's no crowd, yes, you can kiss and come back and go a little bit behind and take a U-turn and then continue, because you face the Kaaba. You give your back to the Kaaba. So he says that if somebody who's performing the tawaf or circumambulation around the Kaaba, he faces the Kaaba, like he comes here, like kisses the Hajj al-Aswad, kisses that Rukun of Hajj al-Ismail, kisses the Rukun of other Hajj al-Ismail, kisses the Mustajar, the birthplace of Imam Ali alayhi salatu wasalam. So he kisses all these. So he said, or let's say those heavy duty champions, they come and they are so in rush, and whoopsie daisy, they flip you around, you see, and then you face the Kaaba or give the back. And I'm not, when I'm saying this, it's not just men, there are women, they're more stronger than the men. Once they push you, you're done. Okay, they're, mashallah, they eat a lot of these butters and so gigantic, powerful Miss Musculars. When I say Mr. Muscular, they're Mrs. Musculars as well. Oh my goodness. So these, they they don't care about anybody else. They just care about themselves. They just want to beat the hell out of you and push you away and push you this. So yes, some of the women, you see, they're afraid that they might lose their person and they might get lost, and they don't know Arabic language, and they don't, so they might get lost, you see, that so they're concerned and they're worried not about the tawaf, they're being them being lost. So we can give them benefit of doubt and just tolerate whatever pushes and whatever beats that come to you. So yeah, I'm tell the people who come to me, please do not hurt anybody. If they hurt you, just carry on. You don't have to say, what are you doing? Are you doing tawaf or you're pushing people? No, just zip your lips. Do your own silently. Okay, let them do whatever they want. Let them push you. So what will happen? You maintain your push, that you don't flip, turn around. But in case if that happens, uh, vent out your anger without saying anything. Okay? Say, La hawla wa la quwwata illa lillah, Ya Allah, inna Allah ma'as sabirin, whatever. Just be with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because shaitan doesn't want you. Shaitan wants you to shout back, scream at them, push back, whatever. Start wrestling there. Remember, you are guest of Allah. These are also guests of Allah. Okay? So if Allah has invited them and paved the way, so we need to respect the hospitality of Allah to these people. And ourselves, if Allah has given us a little bit better understanding of what it needs to be done, then let's not mess up and come down to that level that we start shouting and screaming and fighting and those kind of pushing. No. If we have, Allah has given us a level of decency, let's not do things which are indecent. Others, they do indecent, that's fine. As long as I'm not doing the indecency, you can guide them nicely, politely, okay? But in that area, you're going to do like Amr bil Ma'ruf and give them khutbah. That's not something nice. Okay. So let's say he says, if you face the Kaaba to kiss the corners of the Kaaba, or you were pushed in a way that you faced the Kaaba, or you gave your back to the Kaaba, or you flipped all the way around, that your left became towards the Kaaba. So you came on the wrong side of traffic. You flipped all the way around. It happens, okay? It happened to me when I was like passing by, so I had to take a U-turn. And if you are in that area of Hajj al-Aswad, you can't just take a small U-turn. The traffic is very crowded. You have to go all the way around, like all the way, like you came all the way around until you might get here some empty space or room beside the place of Imam Ali alayhi salam. There you will be able to take a U-turn and complete your round. So that's the drawback for those people who want to make short tawaf. In 10 minutes finish, 15 minutes finish. This is what happens, that you get pushed. So if you are strong enough to maintain your firmness in without beating people, so maintain your firmness. Okay, you'll be pushed. Just maintain your firmness and continue the tawaf. So you'll not have to do U-turn, because the other issue is people that are looking for mustahab recommendation, because it's mustahab to do tawaf, as we are going to see, between the Maqam Ibrahim and the wall of Kaaba. This out of the Maqam Ibrahim, it's okay, but recommended is inside. Some of the ulamas previously, they used to consider it's wajib to do the tawaf between the wall of Kaaba and Maqam Ibrahim. It's just recently, a couple of years, Sayyid Al-Khui allowed, even he said it's an obligatory recommended precaution to do the tawaf inside. So there is importance of tawaf inside this. But if it is going to cause your tawaf to be messed up and you be stuck in the ihram, just do it from outside. So at least secure your wajib if you're going to secure the recommendation, your wajib is going to mess up. Okay. So, uh, yeah, so he says, if you're compelled or forced to face the Kaaba or give the back to the Kaaba, if the crowd, um, if the crowd pushes you, إذا ألجأه الزحام, if the crowd made you or compelled you to face the Kaaba or give the back to the Kaaba, you be flipped around. أو جعل أو جعلها على اليمين يعني you went all the way opposite side. I mean, you're facing now the Hujjaj coming to you. So your right is now to the Kaaba, your left should be to the Kaaba. فذلك المقدار لا يعد من الطواف. That area is not considered part of the tawaf. والظاهر أن العودة أن العبرة في جعل الكعبة على اليسار بالصدق والعفو. So what you have to do, it's not part of the tawaf. So you have to somehow go back. If you cannot go back, make a dummy round. Remember, dummy round, not as a part of tawaf. Delete that segment which you flipped around or you gave your back to the Kaaba. So So this is number one. And as I said, you take a U-turn like this. Okay, I'm going to show you in that image. I think I have an image for the thing, but let's just try to elaborate on the thing properly. So, والظاهر أن العبرة. Okay, Sayyidina, like, should I take a, that laser light, which you can just keep it, that you are in the, your left is just facing the Kaaba, okay? Uh, so should I take a laser light or should I take a kind of foot or should I take a binoculars or some kind of lenses or something like that to make sure that I am micro, nano, kind of millimeter, micromillimeter with the and it's not. He says no, 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 no. It's just a common observes. He observes that you are not facing the Kaaba. You are not giving the back to the Kaaba. If little bit like this, little bit like this, you see, no problem. You see, you can wobble while you're walking, like as long as you don't do like this to the Kaaba. Let's say if this is the, let's say if this is the, yeah, if this is something black, it's good. So this is the Kaaba wall. Okay, so you are like, sometimes you're like this, sometimes you're like this. Okay, the Urf is saying that, but if like this happens or like this happens, and you have faced the Kaaba, you have given the back to the Kaaba, that is where the problem comes. But as long as you're wobbling, where problem comes in the area of Hajr Ismail, that's where the problem happens. When the area of Hajr Ismail, you have to maneuver yourself slowly, slowly, going like this, going like this, okay, and coming like this, not like this. Now your left arm is in the air, not parallel to the Kaaba, okay. And if you are here, you may be facing the Kaaba, okay. So just keep your maneuvers in a way that you slowly, slowly go. Don't become like this. So your right hand is out slowly. But you don't have to be micromillimeter. If you're like this, yes, you are out of the Kaaba, but still you are close. Your angle, you have an angle coming closer to the Kaaba. So these angles, they don't need to be precisely coming there. But if you want to be precise, there's a way to do. And I've been trying this all these past years, and mashallah, it works. You don't have to look at those two minarets. People, they look at two minarets like there are two minarets. Let's say this is Hajar Ismail, okay? So there are two minarets this side. So once they say go towards two minarets, you'll maintain. Once you come in the middle, be like this. Then there are two minarets this side of the Kaaba. Once you come in the middle, then try to go towards two minarets. Then flip around. So you are coming like this, the edge is coming close, you'll be observing two minarets in front of you. So consider like going towards the two minarets. Once you come in the middle, become like this. Then you will see two minarets on this side. So consider going to the two minarets that side. Okay. So you will be, and then you can make your maneuver. It's a good thing, but better than that, just look at the tiles. The tiles are made parallel to the Kaaba. You see, if you walk, the tiles, they are like rays of the Kaaba. Okay, just follow the tiles. You will not miss it. So this will give you a good orphy thing. I mean, if you get a little bit here and there, don't worry about it. So he says a common observes that you are not doing, like a common observes you're not doing tawaf like this, facing the Kaaba or giving the back to the Kaaba, and you're not doing tawaf like in an opposite side, like giving the looking at the people while they're coming, and you're doing tawaf in reverse side. That means your left, your right is on the Kaaba, where your left should be on the Kaaba, facing the Kaaba. So just or fun. So he says that والظاهر apparently أن العبرة, the criteria is to keep the Kaaba on your right hand side, sorry, on your left hand side. If I said right by mistake, forgive me. Left hand side بالصدق العرفي, as the common observer considers you not facing the Kaaba and not giving your back to the Kaaba. So it's sidq al-urfi. It's not micromillimeter and like somebody who sees you, say no, you're doing normal tawaf, you see, even if you're like this, but you're not like this, you're not like this. But even if you're walking like this, that's fine. As long as the common observe your right is not to the Kaaba, your face is not to the Kaaba, your left is not to the Kaaba. And so he says, as it appears from the tawaf of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, كما يظهر ذلك من طواف النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم راكبا, while he was riding on the camel. Okay, so as it appears, because camel cannot do like those micromillimeter. And maybe the Prophet ﷺ did on the camel to show the people the leniency while performing the tawaf. You see, that in the camel is broad, like, come on, it will, once the camel comes here, the Prophet ﷺ is trying to turn him around to the Hajar Ismail, the arch, okay, and it might have gone a little bit in the air, right hand, and then coming back also. To maintain a camel, obviously, that was the camel of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and Jibreel is always in the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But he showed you that if you do on the camel, you will not be able to maintain preciseness. Even if I, as a Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is telling us indirectly, even though if I can maintain the preciseness, you might not, but I'm your role model. So you can do tawaf and without any worries about that micromillimeter kind of deviation from the wall of the Kaaba. So he said that as it appears from the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam's circumambulation around the Kaaba while he was riding, that means riding a camel. ولا حاجة إلى المداق في ذلك, and you don't need the accuracy in that. Like, oh no, I'm like 1 centimeter. My left shoulder went like this. Like many people, they come, and that's why I'm telling you, Sheikh, I just like this happened. I said, did you face the Kaaba? Did you give your back to the Kaaba? Were you like extremely in an angle where it looks like you are facing the Kaaba? That's extreme angle. You're not facing, but that's an extreme angle. No, I mean a little bit of khalas, forget about it. Little bit here, little bit the wobbling positions, no problem. It's natural. People, they come from this side, push you, they come from this side, push you. Those gigantic men and gigantic women, you see, the Mr. Muscular and Mrs. Musculars. Okay, so just be careful that you don't have too much angle in a way that it's almost facing the Kaaba or almost giving back to the Kaaba. You see, So yes، في ذلك بتحريف البدن عند فتحتي حجر، ولا حاجة إلى المداقة في ذلك بتحريف البدن عند فتحتي حجر إسماعيل وعند الأركان. You know, probably when you come to the corner, again in the corner, you might get like this. Okay, so yeah, you are like your left shoulder is now in the air. No problem. As long as you are moving in a pace that you are going around the Kaaba and you're not facing the Kaaba or not giving the, especially says beside the openings of Hajr Ismail. Okay, let me see if I can find an image so that we can just um, show you the image so you can get the picture properly. Okay, this is the Tawaf. Yeah. So you can see this opening of Hajar Ismail. You should not be entering here, this opening. So this is the corner, birthplace of Imam Ali alayhi salam. This is Hajar al-Aswad, okay? And you can see from here Hajar al-Aswad and this side opening of Hajar Ismail. There's a nice aerial view if I can get that. Uh, this one is also good. This Hajj Ismail you should not enter. But when a person is coming like this, okay, his left arm is not facing the Kaaba anymore. Okay, that's where we said. And you can see here, if I'm going to use the pen. So this person is coming here, and then he has to maneuver himself like this. But once he comes here, and his left arm is still there. His left arm is still there. So he has to maneuver. But many times, if you are very close, you may come like this, and your left arm is in the air, not even an angle. So if there's a bit angle, that's fine. It reaches the Kaaba. So another thing I mentioned that there are minarets here, okay, and there are minarets here. So what happens that in case if you are going this side, okay, so you are going to, sorry, the minaret, every corner of the Kaaba, there are minarets. So let's say there are minarets here. There are minarets here. Four corners of the Kaaba, there are minarets. So if I can just be a bit precise, I will just remove this minarets from here and keep it in this corner. So when you are coming here, okay, let's do it again. So there are minarets in this corner. All the corners of Kaaba, four corners, there are minarets. So when you're coming here, walk as you're walking towards these minarets, which are here, these Kaaba, these minarets. Obviously, the minarets are. Then when you come to the middle, change yourself. You will see the minarets of this side. Obviously, this drawing is not that good. So so you're walking to the minaret, towards the minarets, and then you will change your route. And you come here, you're walking towards minarets. Then you'll change your route to this minarets. Um, some of them they say it's complicated for us. So we say no problem. What we can do is look at the tiles. That's the best thing to do. So the tiles are in radius with the Kaaba. radial kind of. So just follow the pattern of the tile. Keep these lines in front of you when you're walking. Be parallel with these lines. So you will know that you are not deviating from the Kaaba. And this is the best thing I saw. Yes, you'll have to look down, which is nice, modest, humble. Nobody will step on you. You see, this is something which is a good way. Let me see if I have that. I had a beautiful aerial view. Yeah, this one. See how the people, they are praying to the Kaaba. So these people here, look at these people. If I can show you with my pen, these people here, they're all facing the Kaaba. Nobody's facing Hajar Ismail. Do you see that? Nobody's facing like here. So they are with the tiles of the Kaaba. So you see this line of people praying, it's coming to the Kaaba. This line of people praying, coming to the Kaaba. This line of people praying, coming to the Kaaba. This line of the people, this line, this line, this line, this line. All these lines are facing the Kaaba. These lines opposite, there's Hajar Ismail here all the way. See, if we just take an imaginary line, well, Hajar Ismail is. So people, they are facing the Kaaba here as well. Why? They're praying on the tiles, and the tiles are in a way. I took a video clip. Let me see if I can pull it and show you. Because this is the most complicated, what people they fear, you see. That, oh, what will happen? My arm went this and my arm went this, and beside Hajar Ismail. And let's see if this, okay, I got the clip. If we are fortunate enough to, the clip is being prepared. Let me just show you Hajar Aswad. You enter normally from this side. I mean, they have made the gate route that you will have to enter here. Okay. So, yeah, this is a thicker line. So let's say this is Hajar al-Aswad. Okay. Normally, people, they enter either from here to Masjid al-Haram platform. We make them do the intention here. And this is the parallel line to the Hajar al-Aswad. And at one of the corners, you see all the way green light, and this is Maqam Ibrahim. So what happens? You came here, made the intention, and you started moving. When you come to this area, you had already made intention that once I come here, my first round starts. You're going around and around and around. So it's mustahab to be in this range between Maqam Ibrahim and between the Kaaba. Around and around. Here, Hajar Ismail. Remember, this is the imaginary line of Hajar Ismail. So just follow the tiles. You will be with the Kaaba. Okay? Your left arm will not be here. And this is when the center of Hajar Ismail is. and then again maneuver. You will automatically, once you're following the tile will automatically maneuver you. See, these people are praying, they're all praying towards the Kaaba. And then you come to this corner, and then we are starting the next round. So when you finish, I'm going to change the color for the last round. So you started the last round, okay? This color. Yeah, this green color shows your last round. So you're starting the last round, you're coming. You have to go pray behind Maqam Ibrahim. Remember, 2 rakah. So you're coming, and you're done with the tawaf now. But don't abandon the tawaf. I mean, move a bit. You finished, tawaf is done. But still, for the precaution, move a bit front. And then you can go parallel. There's a prayer area they have made here for the salat behind Maqam Ibrahim. And I say the Sistani says, keep Maqam Ibrahim exactly in front of you. So you will come this area and you will pray behind Maqam Ibrahim. Okay, let's see if we got that clip. Let me see. Yes, the clip is there. So if you walk with these tiles. So basically, last night I thought, let me just, while I'm teaching you guys, today also I'll try, because once I took this video, the battery, the cell phone got cut off. So now, inshallah, tonight I'll make sure that I have this battery pack and do some videos so that we can show you the reality on the ground. So let's say, first of all, let me make sure that you okay. Okay, so this is what I took last night. Wait, not this one. Yeah, let's see. Play the video. So if you walk with these tiles, you see these tiles, they are rays. These are rays connected like ray type of lines. And this is where people, they stand up. Okay, let me show you how they pray. So they pray like this to the Kaaba with the tiles, and these tiles, they move around. So this tile is the Qibla of the people. These are the Musalla of the people. They are facing always the Kaaba. Okay? So, let's see how it works. Okay. Inshallah, you will not divert your shoulder from the Kaaba. You will not be able to give your back. Just make sure that you're walking with the tile. Yes. So this is your tawaf made easy, inshallah. So since childhood, when our teachers will say, look, they will teach us a lot of things. But alhamdulillah, I was observing it yesterday. I was observing the Kaaba wall plus the tile, especially when I came to Hajar Ismail. And I was like trying my best not to deviate from that the okay. I'll keep this image just in case if I need, I'll pull it. So let's go back to the rulings. Okay. So yeah, مداقة, you don't بتحريف البدن عند فتحتين. So you don't need the accuracy. is the most important part where people they fear during tawaf, and the other fear people have the invalidation of wudu, like whoopsie daisy kind of thingy. And then we said, you don't enter Hajj Ismail, leave it empty. Don't say, oh, it's empty. Let me take a shortcut. No, Baba, no shortcuts. No, let it be just as it is. So the fourth condition of the tawaf is إدخال حجر إسماعيل في المطاف. That means include, as we mentioned, as I showed you. Let me see if we can go back. So we included it. The word included means that. You include Hajar Ismail in your tawaf. Let me see if I can pull this. Yeah, I hope that you can see now. Let me just go back. Yes, now it's there. It's there. You see, Hajar Ismail is empty. This one. Uh, this one. You should not go. I mean, there's an image of Tawaf. Also, people are not going Hajar Ismail. And many times they'll not let you go in. See this Hajar Ismail? So you don't go here. No entry. Just go around it. So include, he says, include Hajar Ismail in your tawaf. Okay, you see this gap? This is empty. People can't come from there. Okay. So this is about Hajar Ismail, um, the condition which we are discussing now. Okay, let's see. إدخال حجر إسماعيل. Condition number 4, to include Hajj Ismail as part of your tawaf. That means include Hajj Ismail in your tawaf. بمعنى أن يطوف خارج الحجر. Meaning one should perform the tawaf out of the Hajj Ismail. لا من داخلي, not from inside of it. ولا على جداري. Yes, don't touch the Hajj Ismail while doing tawaf. So as I said, don't touch anything, just do your tawaf. So people, sometimes it's crowd, they just walk up and they walk on the Hajj. I've seen people walking on the Hajj Ismail when it's too crowded. No, you can't go to the top of Hajj Ismail. Okay, they're in the rush or something, and the traffic has gone very slow around Hajj Ismail. And you will see that when it comes to Hajj Ismail, it comes bottleneck position. Why? Because as I said, that if people are planning to do tawaf between Maqam Ibrahim, between Kaaba, let me show you so that you get the picture of it. There you go. Okay. So you see, if it's recommended to do tawaf between Maqam Ibrahim and so this is Maqam Ibrahim. So this distance, we said it is recommended. So if you stretch a line with Maqam Ibrahim and Kaaba all the way, you see this area is being narrowed down. So it is narrowing here. Okay. So basically, Hajj Ismail is taking a good amount of Kaaba. So see, this distance has been cut off from here. So you have a big distance, and here you have a small distance. And people, they want to maintain that recommendation to be in this. So it becomes tight once the Hajar Ismail starts, especially in this area. People, they start pushing to just be in that range. So this is the broader Maqam Ibrahim and Kaaba. And once it goes there, Hajar Ismail narrows that zone down. So it becomes tighter. So you see the most tight part is Hajar Aswad, Hajar Aswad part. And then it continues till Maqam Ibrahim. And then Hajar Ismail becomes a bit tighter. But then still it's looser than Hajar Aswad area. Until you pass Hajar Ismail, you see, where did the people go? It becomes huge gap. You take deep breath. You don't see very few people. That's because they just get dispersed back again. Like they were pushed to go into this narrow path, okay, between Hajj Ismail and between the imaginary line of Maqam Ibrahim, circle, imaginary circle about for Maqam Ibrahim. And then suddenly after you pass Hajj Ismail, you get that flexibility back again. Okay. So let's go back to our ruling of Hajj Ismail. It's just like sometimes people they touch the Hajj Ismail while they're very close to it. So this is Hajj Ismail. لا من داخلي ولا من خارج. Okay, Sayyidina, what is the fifth condition? خروج الطائف عن الكعبة وعن الصفة التي في أطرافها المسمى بشاذروان. So the person who is performing the tawaf, he goes out of the Kaaba and out of the gliding wall of the Kaaba, the gliding border. There's a glide, okay, or the steep the angle, the wall with the angle. Let me show you. I think I have that images as well. Yeah, there you go. So in this image, you can see clearly that the glide or the slide, sorry, not glide, slide, the sliding angle. I was saying glide. Okay. You see, there is a slide on the base of the Kaaba. You see this one? It's all the way. This is a slided wall, not coming. The wall does not come like that down. Wall of Kaaba. Wall of Kaaba comes like this and then slides down on the ground. So this whole slide covers the four sides of the Kaaba, the sliding edge of the Kaaba. The wall of the Kaaba does not come like that. It comes like this slide, as you see. So don't touch the Kaaba, okay? Don't come on this slide because you're not doing tawaf around the Kaaba. You're doing tawaf on the Kaaba. This slide is part of the Kaaba. Don't go to the top of the Kaaba and do tawaf. For example, okay? Let's say the guy was doing maintenance of the Kaaba. Oh, I'm on the top of the Kaaba. Let me do the tawaf. No, you can't do tawaf on the Kaaba. You have to do tawaf around the Kaaba. So this is around the Kaaba. You see? This is also the base, slided base. It's all the way around the Kaaba. Slided base around the Kaaba. Okay. So that is the fifth condition, not to go on the slided base of the Kaaba. Let me just, yeah. So that is the fifth, and that slided base of the Kaaba is called Shadarwan. So be around the Kaaba, not on the Kaaba. Don't go on the Kaaba, top of the Kaaba. The sixth condition, أن يطوف بالبيت 7 مرات, 7 rounds. And that's obvious because that's how the tawaf is, 7 rounds around the Kaaba. ولا يجزي الأقل من السبع. Less than 7 is not sufficient, not acceptable. ويبطل الطواف بالزيادة على السبع عمدا كما سيأتي. And the tawaf will become invalid if you do 7. That's why we say that when you are coming to the Hajj al-Aswad, that's it. So if the extra part is a precautionary measure that you have included the Hajj al-Aswad, not extra tawaf as a precautionary measure, that is not permissible. And even when you started here, when you started from here, we said in this Hajj al-Aswad, this is not part of your tawaf. Your tawaf, your intention is from Hajj al-Aswad to Hajj al-Aswad. This was something which was a precautionary measure that once you are passing Hajj al-Aswad, your intention has been there set. Okay. أن يطوف بالبيت 7 مرات. Tawaf, he should do the tawaf around the Kaaba 7 rounds. Circumambulation should be in 7 rounds. ولا يجزي الأقل من السبع, and less than 7 is not sufficient. Less than 7 is not sufficient. ويبطل الطواف بالزيادة على السبع عمدا, if you intentionally do extra round beyond 7, then intentionally, then kiss your tawaf goodbye. So the tawaf becomes invalid by increasing an extra round intentionally over the 7 rounds, as it will be explained further. Seventh condition, أن تكون السبعة أن تكون الأشواط السبعة أن تكون الأشواط السبعة متواليات, one after another, عرفا, no gap left. طيب سيدنا, what is the criteria of the gap? Okay, what will be considered a gap in the common consideration? So he mentioned in the istifta, people they ask, it's 10 minutes. Okay, if you're in the mataf or leaving the tawaf platform, as I said, going to Safa place, because the whole ground around the Kaaba is called mataf. Okay, even inside Masjid al-Haram, except for Safa and Marwa area. So if you leave that area, then it is considered. So let me first read this and show you the image, and we'll be done for today, because we are almost 7th round. أن تكون الأشواط السبعة متواليات عرفا. The 7 rounds are one after another in without leaving any gap. بأن يتابع بينهما دون فصل كثير. That means you should follow up one after another round without leaving a big gap. ويستثنى من ذلك موارد, and there are some exceptional cases which we are going to discuss in future, inshallah, in the upcoming rulings. And in the ruling number 308, you will be given the ruling of what if the tawaf is interrupted, okay, after the 4th round. So after the 4th round, sometimes the tawaf might be interrupted for a proper a necessity. Sometimes no, just you want to in a mood to interrupt the tawaf. Okay, so that rule is going to be explained in ruling number 308. After the 4th round criteria we mentioned, that say the Sistani Damadullah has the criteria 4th round. Number 8, أن تكون حركة الطائف حول الكعبة المعظمة بإرادته واختياره. يعني you are doing the Kaaba, you are doing the circumambulation around the Kaaba with your intention and will, okay, and your choice and option, with your بإرادته, with your will, واختياره, with your choice. Nobody is compelling you. So what about the Prophet ﷺ did on his camel? Yes, but camel was under the control of the Prophet ﷺ. So he tells him to move right. I mean, move. Like he controls the camel totally. So, I mean, what about the wheelchair people? Yeah, the wheelchair people, they tell the person to take me around the Kaaba 7 rounds. So it is under the control of those people who used to carry before. Once upon a time, they used to carry stretchers, and on the stretcher, there will be elderly people, and they will do tawaf for them, for the stretchers. Now the stretchers have gone. Now the wheelchairs have come in. Modern time necessities of the elderly people. So now they can do on wheelchair. But wheelchair, the tawaf has some conditions. We're going to discuss that later. أن تكون حركة الطائف من الكعب بإرادته فلو سلب الاختيار. Let's say he lost his choice من شدة في الأثناء, during his tawaf. It's so huge. People, they came and crowded, and he was like tiny, skinny guy, and he's squeezed up, and he's like floating in the air. He lost, he can't stop. He can, and these people are forcefully putting him in pressure on tawaf. So this forceful tawaf, and he can't feel his foot on the ground. Like there's a dua, Allah, I'm asking you as by your sake or by your power might, which you make the things walk on the ground and walk on the heavens and this and that. So when we were doing this dua and the crowd came and one of our youth, he was very skinny. He said, Sheikh, I can't feel my foot. I said, what? He said, you're doing this dua. I feel that I'm lifted up by the angels. That's not angels, the crowd squeezed you. Anyhow, he had to redo the tawaf. So that's why it can happen because if you're skinny and light and fragile. So these huge crowds from this side, and you can be squeezed and you can be carried by this crowd. So the crowd, but you lose your will and power. I mean, you use your choice. You are not doing tawaf by choice. Now somebody is doing tawaf, and if you tell them stop, they would not stop. If they'll tell them turn around, they will not turn around. So wheelchair is different. Wheelchair is not. Wheelchair is in your. Will you tell the wheelchair guy, okay, now I think my wudu is invalid. I need to do wudu. The guy will take you aside and do the wudu. So see, there is a will and choice. So فلو سُلِبَ الاختيار في الأثناء, if the choice is taken away during the tawaf circumambulation around the Kaaba لشدة الزحام, due to the extreme crowd, okay, and rush ونحوها and so on, فطاف بلا اختيار, so he did the tawaf without having any choice from him, لم يجتزئ, it would not be sufficient, وَلَزِمَهُ تَدَارُكَهُ, and it will be important upon him to fix that, I mean, redo that portion or redo the tawaf itself. Okay, so yeah, one last ruling and we'll be done for today. Ruling number 303. This is, remember what we mentioned, that some scholars, they say the tawaf must be done between Maqam Ibrahim and Kaaba. Some scholars, they said it's recommended precaution. But majority, mashhur previously, and it would have been the moment the Hajj people became more and more, it would be very difficult to do. Even then, the language of the fuqaha changed. That no, if he can do, that's fine. If he cannot do, then he can do out of Maqam Ibrahim's circle. So, so he says, اعتبر المشهور, ruling number 3. The most popular scholars, the majority of the scholars, they considered in Tawaf that it should be between the Kaaba and Maqam Ibrahim, Kaaba and Maqam Ibrahim. Okay? As I said, showed you in the image. ويقدر هذا الفاصل, and this distance between Maqam Ibrahim and the Kaaba is about 26 arms and a half, 26 and a half arm, about 12 meters. Okay, so 12 meters. وبما أن حجر إسماعيل داخل في الطواف, so حجر إسماعيل becomes part of the tawaf. Let's come back to our Hajj Ismail. So the distance between Maqam Ibrahim, let's say this is Maqam Ibrahim, and this is 12 meters. So if you put a circle around the Kaaba for Maqam Ibrahim, imaginary circle, so what happens that this distance of 12 meters becomes 3 meters. It narrows down because there's Hajj Ismail here, narrows down to 3 meters, and obviously it will be a tight position. So وبما أن حجر إسماعيل داخل في المطاف, and because Hajr Ismail is part of a part of the tawaf, that means you have to do tawaf around it. فمحل الطواف من جانب الحجر لا يتجاوز جانب الحجر لا يتجاوز 6 أذرع ونصف ذراع. So that part between Hajr Ismail and the imaginary line around the Kaaba for Maqam Ibrahim, it does not exceed 6 arms, 6.5 arms. That means about 3 meters. 12 meters reduced to 3 meters. Imagine how the bottleneck point becomes that. So this is what the majority of the ulamas, they say. وَلَكِنْ لَا يُبْعَدُ جَوَازُ الطَّوَافِ عَلَى كَرَاهَةٍ. That, however, he said, for me, it's not far away to give permissibility to perform the tawaf beyond the Maqam Ibrahim, okay, limits, but it is makruh في الزائد على هذا المقدار أيضا ولا يبعد but it is undesirable, okay, abhorred, مكروه. ولا سيما لمن لا يقدر على الطواف في الحد المذكور, especially for those people who are not able to do the tawaf in that limit because of the crowd, because of, especially the ladies, you see. Last night I saw ladies like squeezing the men and men squeezing in the ladies. Baba, what's happening here? Have some respect for the women, you see. So it's and if women have some respect for the men, they were crushing into men. So it's not only the men. Women are crushing into men, men are crushing into women. So it's both sides there. Not everybody, but many of them. Okay. So he says that there's no problem in going beyond, especially for those who have those who are not able to, especially for those who are not able to perform the tawaf in that limit. Okay, or it becomes like touching, too much touching. Okay. أو أنه حرج عليه, or it is like seriously complicated or difficult or embarrassing or that kind of situation. ورعاية الاحتياط مع التمكن أولى. As much as you can come close. Remember, after Hajj Ismail, it becomes narrow. But don't move in a way, changing the lines of the tiles in a way like you face the Kaaba or give the back to the Kaaba. If that's going to happen, stay on your tiles line, which I said that the tiles go around. From tile to tile, move sidewise, okay? Observing the lines of coming closer to the Kaaba. ولا سيما لمن لا يقدر, especially for those who are not able to perform the tawaf in that mentioned limit. أو أنه حرج عليه, or it is difficult and hardship for him. It's some kind of complication is there. Like women, many times women, they don't feel comfortable if men are touching them. Okay, if one man touches a woman, she feels like very, and that's very much respected. How come she will do the tawaf here and from here men, from here men, from behind men, from front men, every men. Sometimes a woman is trapped and surrounded by so many men and those touching and squeezing and those kind of goodness. So that's why they don't have to do here in the middle. It becomes a mas'ala of their hijab. From behind, yeah, you're safe. Rarely some crazy guy comes and he'll touch you and pass by, but you're doing your safe. It's longer tawaf, but it's a safer zone. Unless if it's a season of Hajj, it doesn't matter. You're far, it's all packed. Okay, he says observing the precautionary measures is better. Like whenever you're able to come close, come close. Whenever you're not able to, keep your tawaf from far away. And this is the thing. What is the ruling if somebody goes out of the... And this ruling is related to mualat. Inshallah, we'll continue in our next session. The title is, what is the ruling if somebody goes out of the mataf, the platform of tawaf? Yeah, I promise you I'll show you the platform of tawaf. Let me just show you platform of tawaf and then finish the... So what is the platform of tawaf in a way that you feel exited? So all what you see is platform of tawaf, not just that. Let me just go more further. Yeah. So you see this top image here, this one. Not only this is platform of tawaf. People, they do tawaf inside here as well. Like wheelchairers, they do here in the Mizanian. So this is all platform of... This is not platform of tawaf. Let me make it with red. This is not platform of tawaf. This is not platform of tawaf. Okay? If you leave the platform of tawaf, here, Safa Marwa, this is Safa, Marwa. Okay. If you come to the Safa, you are here. Just get in Safa, even for 1 minute. Kiss your tawaf goodbye. If you go in this area, even for 1 minute, kiss your, because let's say consider you are in the edge of this platform of tawaf, this square, and you are somewhere here. You come here for 1 minute. Let's change the color. So you are here. You come here for 1 minute. You are here. You come here for 1 minute. You are here. You come here for 1 minute. Finish. Even for a moment, you leave the platform of tawaf, you kiss your tawaf goodbye. So this is what the mataf is, platform of tawaf area. So even Masjid al-Haram, people, they do tawaf inside the masjid, and the tawaf tiles are there. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله.